two households, both alike in dignity. The same, what was it you said, Brendan?
Level on the cap.
Same level of society. Let's say that. Okay, so we have two different households. In fair Verona, where we lay our scene. So what does this tell us?
It's in Verona.
Verona, yes. In this case, it's Verona, Italy.
Yeah. Not New York.
Not Verona, New York, not Verona Beach, Florida, yeah, or California. But Verona, Italy, where we lay our scene. So they've told us the setting already, right? From ancient grudge, break to new mutiny. Ancient grudge, what does that mean?
A long-lasting grudge.
A long-lasting grudge. Now, if you say grudge, what are you thinking of?
Like, dirt against somebody. Like, having...
The movie The Grudge, no. Well, sort of. A long-lasting argument or fight, right? Okay. In this case, we're going to use the word feud because that gets used later on. Okay? Break to new mutiny. New mutiny. New unrest, new war, good. Or unrest. Okay. Where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. Good. Innocent blood. Civil can mean innocent. Also, in this time period, civil is the opposite of military, but we're going to use innocent because that fits better. Okay, so we have innocent blood making innocent hands unclean. And there's our first sort of phrase because it ends with the colon. Now, if you were going to say this all together, notice there's a comma here. You would pause and breathe. Here, there's no punctuation, so you would continue reading right through to the beginning of the next line to the punctuation. So as we're reading this, we're going to read from punctuation to punctuation. It's going to feel funny at first because it looks like you should stop here, but you really shouldn't. It just happens to be the seen and unclean rhyme. Okay? So we do have that rhyme scheme going on. But if you were reading it to perform it, you would read through that. All right. From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life. Now, who do you suppose they're talking about? Yes. From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, so one belongs to one household and one belongs to the other. You can already see where the conflict's going to sit. Besides the fact that we know the story, the conflict is the two households, right? A pair of star-crossed lovers take their life. That doesn't mean take their life as in commit suicide. Okay, take their life from these loins. Right, these are their parents. These are their parents. Okay, so far, now that we're up to here, what words are you seeing that you weren't sure of?
Well, loins.
Loins. Okay. What else? So far, these are kind of familiar, aren't they? You may or may not have known civil, depending on how it's used. Mutiny. Okay, so mutiny is another one. Now, what is a mutiny?
A betrayal.
A betrayal, yes. Often when it's used, shh, guys, you gotta listen. Often when it's used, it suggests that a betrayal of a figure like a captain, the mutiny of the crew. Okay. What else? Okay. Whose misadventured piteous overthrows. Okay, now this is a tricky sentence. No lie. What does piteous mean?
Pity.
Okay, but pity us. What part of speech is that? Adjective, adverb, noun?
Adjective.
Okay, so this is an adjective. It's a description of something. The overthrows. What's an overthrow?
Like an attempt to override.
An attempt to override? What else? Okay, so here we have sad overthrows. Piteous can mean sad.
Pitiful.
or pitiful. Misadventured. Let's back up to misadventured for a minute. What does that mean? Misadventured.
Like in the wrong direction.
Could be in the wrong direction. Miss. Or an accident. A misadventure. If you have a misadventure, you're having something you're not expecting. It usually has some sort of negative meaning. Okay? What? Could be misplaced. Now, if you were going to say misplaced, how would that affect the rest of this sentence?
Misplaced, sad overthrow.
A misplaced, sad. Did we decide what overthrow means? To take over something? Or like when you talk about government, overthrowing the government? An attempt or a change. Okay. Shh. So, who is the whose? Who is this? Yes, this is again Romeo and Juliet. So their misadventured piteous overthrows doth with their death bury their parents' strife.
Where's Dawn?
So with
I'm not sure who came up with it, but what does it mean?
is it their
Does.
actual death, or is it like a metaphorical death of the family?
Hold on. Shh, guys, one at a time. Doth means does. With their death bury their parents' strife.
Conflict.
So here we have conflict. Strife is conflict. Okay. With their death, bury their parents' strife. So their parents' strife is this feud that we've been talking about over here. Okay. So with the death of the lovers, their parents' strife is buried. Now, Hunter just asked a really good question. Ask it again.
Is it a metaphorical death, or is it like an actual death?
Is it a metaphorical death, or is it an actual death?
And that's meant for you to find out when you finish the book.
Yeah, we'll find that out. It could be metaphorical, it could be actual, it could be both. I don't want to rule out either one at this point. The fearful passage of their death-marked love. Death-marked love.
AKA abortion.
AKA what?
I don't know. I guess it could be foreshadowing. Yeah, it can be foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing. So we're foreshadowing here. Okay. Shh. And the continuance of their parents' rage. What is continuance?
The progress. Yeah.
It continues. It doesn't stop. It's a progression.
Yeah.
Right?
Like,
Shh. Which but their children's end not could remove. Not. Now there's another one of those old words. What does that mean?
could not. What? Like,
Nothing. Very good. Not means nothing.
darn it.
Shh. Guys, come on. Not means nothing. Which but their children's end nothing could remove. Their parents' rage couldn't be removed by anything but their children's end. Is now the 2 hours traffic of our stage. Okay, so now we know how long the play is, don't we?
Yay, 2 hours.
That's how long the play is, 2 hours.
We're looking at 5
Well, yeah.
5 weeks.
The which, shh, the which, if you with patient ears attend, what here shall miss, our toil shall strive to mend. All right, here's strive again. Oh, that was strife. This is strive. What does strive mean? To try, to mend, to fix, right?
Fix what you missed because you weren't paying attention.
Yes, possibly, or it was missed in this prologue. Okay, so the play will fix up anything that you missed or that we missed because this is short. So here's the prologue, and we've got a lot of information already, don't we? We know the cast. We have Romeo, part of the cast. We have Juliet. We have 2 sets of parents, right? This would seem to be the major players, wouldn't it? Okay.
See what you're writing, though.
Whoops. Sorry. There we go. We know it's going to be 2 hours long. We know that there is strife or conflict, right? We know that. So we've been given a lot of information here.
So much that
What are you doing? Okay. So, well, since that went out anyway, the next part of what I would like you to do is I want you to write the prologue, or I should say rewrite the prologue. Rewrite and translate what the prologue is telling us. It does not have to rhyme, okay? It doesn't even have to look the same, but I want you to write the information in a way that you think people would understand it. Translate the prologue, okay?
Now our journal.
No, I want you to, you can just do it on the other side. I left you that big blank over there. I want you to put your translation on the left side of the page.